Hey guys, so we are back for step 2 of getting started with Automate. So we're going to pick up from exactly where we left off last time, the booking form. So what we're going to do here is show you how powerful this booking form can be, whether you're one technician, two technicians. But what I want to do is play around with it a little bit, show you how it all gets set up. So we know we have the 3 packages that we set up or had set up for us in the first video. And what we're going to try and show is how, depending on where the customer is and how you have your profile set up, you can show them different packages in different areas. So we have our 2 territories here. And what I'm going to do is actually go ahead and create another technician. So if there was me and one other working on the road at the same time. So I'm going to create another technician called Toby. And Toby's going to be basically another valeter or detailer that's out on the road. So mode of transport, van, set up a password. This is going to give him an invite via email and also a login to the Automate Technicians app. So he's going to have all of his bookings on the app, which we'll show you a little bit later on in the next video. It's all about the app. So we have now 2 technicians set up. So now we're going to set these technicians up in different territories with different services. So this is Mappy's territory. This is Mappy's profile. You can see he's got 3 services. So a service is a package applied to a person in a location. And what we want to do with that is, for Mappy now, we're going to basically make sure that all of his packages are applied to both our Liverpool territory and our Warrington territory. So it's really simple, really easy to do. So you just click on the 3 dots on the side, edit, select the package you want to edit, choose the territories you want them to be in, and then press save. So we're now going to go ahead and do that for all 3 packages. So creating all 3 services in both territories. And then the last one, I want to edit, confirm that you want it in Warrington and the default territory, which is Liverpool, press save. So that means that now Mappy will be set up in both Warrington and Liverpool for all packages. No matter where your customers search, Mappy will show up offering all those services. So now for Toby, we need to set up his services. So I'm going to select the packages that I think he should be doing. So I'm going to select firstly Mini Valet. I'm going to say that actually he doesn't work in Warrington. So we're just going to select the default territory of Liverpool. And then do that 2 more times real quick, just to get the packages set up. So this is now what we call Toby's services, which is a package in a territory with a technician. So that is now all done for both of them. So now what we're going to do is head over to the booking form, my Wills detailing booking form, and actually show you what this means for the customer when they're searching. Because ultimately, all this complexity at the beginning just needs setting up once. You don't need to do it a million times, maybe if something changes. So I'm going to search now, Liverpool, and see what happens. So remember in the first video, we actually set up different prices in Liverpool to Warrington. So you can see it's 40 to 50 pounds in Liverpool, but we know Warrington is a bit further away from where we're based. So when we search, you can see it's 45 to 55 pounds. So that means no matter where your customer is, when they search their address, boom, they get the right prices. This is one of the ways in which we actually, booking system is so great that you don't end up getting bookings that you can't do for the price in a place you can't do them for a price you don't want to charge. So yeah, I'm just going in ahead now. I'm putting in my card details. I'm pretending to be a customer going to book, and I'll show you the full booking system now. So I'm going to select my car size, and that defines the price. And then confirming my package, I'm going to add an upgrade. So I'm going to add a baby seat cleanse. So you can now see, because we searched in Warrington, you can see only Mappy shows up. But I'm going to head back, and I'm now going to search in Liverpool, where we set both Toby and Mappy to be. Toby covered. So in Liverpool, we want to now see what technicians are available. So I'm going to add the baby seat cleanse back in, and now we can see that both Mappy and Toby are available. That's because we're in the territory, the customer's in the location, where both of those technicians work. Now you can look at their schedules here and you can see that basically they can decide whether they want Mappy or Toby to come, or they can say, I don't really mind. I've never had either of them before. And the way it works with the any technician part of the schedule is it basically combines both of your technician schedules into one. So if the customer just wants the soonest availability, then that's what they see. But if they want a specific valeter, they can go through and actually choose a valeter and a date. But on here, any technician, you can see it's basically going to apply it to the technician that is free at that time, regardless of whether it's any technician or not. So I'm going to say that I want Mappy, and I am going to choose a time, press next. So you can then add, the customer can then add notes. So for example, my car is parked around the back. Please ring me when you arrive. Perfect. So that will be passed on to both the technician and the admin on the dashboard. So you can see here, you've got the price, you've got the price of the extras, the total, and underneath you can see the cancellation fees as well, which you can set. You can choose your own cancellation fees. So that means if somebody books and pays in advance and then they mess you around just before the job, then you can they can cancel and refund, but they can only cancel and refund up to what you set. Obviously, you have the ability to further refund customers at that point, so that if the mistake is your fault, then you have full ability to do that. But yeah, I've signed up to this technician before, so normally the customer would then sign up there and add their card details. Mine's already added, so this is now the customer booked in. They've got their location, they've got their arrival time and date, they've got their technician. Moving over to the dashboard, you can now see in up and coming bookings, there's one there that's created. So we're going to click on that and we're going to accept that booking. So we're going to press actions and accept booking. It will also pop up in the app for the technician and they can accept the booking as well. So you can see the location there. You can see the notes that were left by the customer. You can also see for yourself, you've got the mini valet, the upgrades, and the subtotal, any transaction fees that are involved in the card payment, and the booking in their schedule. So now we have shown you basically how to set up different people in different areas. What I'll now want to do is show you how you can basically use the booking form to set up if your technicians actually do require access to water or electricity. It's super easy. So you go to their technician, press edit, and then you can press requires access to water and electricity, save changes. So this is just a hypothetical scenario. Maybe you don't carry water on board, but you want to still have an online booking form. But you've had a headache where people have booked you in the past, you have to ring them, then you can't do the job. So basically you can set this. So now both technicians require access to water and electricity, but we actually need to ask the customer to put that information into. So we go to our profile in the top right hand corner, scroll to the bottom, show parking options, access to water and electricity, and save. Back to the booking form, refresh, boom, parking and access to water, electricity. So this now allows the customer to actually say whether they have access to water or electricity. So we'll punch in some details. I'll just show you what happens if you do require it and they don't tell you whether they have it or not. So first one, address, vehicle details again. And now access to water and electricity, let's say no. So then an error comes up. We currently require access to water and electricity in your area. When I press, yes, I do have access to water and electricity, boom, I can progress. So this means you're not going to get bookings that you have to cancel because you couldn't carry it out. This may not be relevant for everybody because they may be fully mobile, have water and generators on board, but that is not the case for everybody. So we've made sure that we can handle that. Again, boom, pay. That's another booking, and you can see how easy this system is, and it works really well on mobile phones too. So then go into the thing, into the dashboard, and you can see there a booking created with Toby, which you can then go and accept. So the last thing I wanted to do was show you how to create a package. Now, obviously I'm not going to make you watch me do all the package setup, but there's some fun things you can do with the packages. So I'm going to add in a new package, the ultimate detail, and leave some of this data the same, and then just change the pricing at the bottom. So 150 for a small, 175 for a medium, and then a large. After you save the package, you can see it doesn't show up. The reason is because we need to add it to the technician's services. Because it's not in the services, it won't show up on the booking form. So edit the services, click where you want it to show up, press save, done. And we're going to do that for both technicians. So we're going to go to Toby, and then going to go add a new service, ultimate detail, next, just the one territory, press save. So now when we refresh, boom, the ultimate detail is added. It is literally that simple to add a new service. So just zooming out here so you can see the services next to each other. But basically, what you'll notice is there's a specific order in which the services happen. You can change that by clicking the button. Go onto your services, drag and drop. Now the ultimate detail is at the top. Boom, save. So if you have a special package, a special offer you want to have at the top, you can literally just drag it to the top on the system and boom, it comes up at the very top, the first package that someone sees. So this is basically the entire booking system and how editable it is to make it perfect. If you've got water, if you've got different technicians in different locations. So that is the end of step 2. The next one is a big one. It is the app. I am super excited to show you the app. I'm sure you are going to love it. So I will see you in that video.